Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? In about 5 minutes, the commencement will start. And if you're having a hard time finding a place to sit, if you go across the quad to the Performing Arts Center, this event will be simulcast there. Thank you and enjoy the morning.
Please remain standing. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very pleased to welcome you to the first of two spring 2008 commencement ceremonies here at Pasco-Hernando State College. At the completion of every NCAA basketball championship in the season, there's a portion that's played at the very end that's called One Shining Moment. Today is the shining moment of our 2018 spring graduates. Can we give them a hand, a round of applause for completing? I am also pleased this morning to welcome two interpreters from Jessica Harris Interpreting Services who will provide sign language for our hearing impaired guests who are here with us today. As the president of PHSC, I too offer my sincere congratulations to all of our graduates, their families, and friends. Before we continue at this time, in honor of our military and living in this great country, our national anthem will be sung by Miss Jones. Let's greet her at this time as she comes.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Please be seated. "45 years ago, Pasco-Hernando State College became the 28th and final link in Florida's then community college system. Before property was acquired, architectural plans drafted of the first brick laid, students attended classes in libraries, empty storefronts, and churches. Initially called, and I quote, the college without walls, unquote, PHSC brought quality, affordable, higher education to deserving residents in every corner of our very diverse district. Now, PHSC proudly serves over 17,000 students annually at 5 beautiful campuses, complete with modern classrooms, state-of-the-art libraries, comprehensive support services, countless cultural activities, and nationally recognized academic and athletic programs. Our more than 47,000 graduates, representing virtually every profession, combined with over 500 faculty, administrators, and staff members, contribute to an educated and skilled workforce, strengthen the local economy, and enrich the quality of life for residents here in these two districts or these two counties. May I say we have certainly come a long way. PHSC is a very fine-tuned institution in which I'm privileged to serve as its fourth president, together with our Board of Trustees, administrators, faculty, and staff, as we endeavor to provide the highest quality education opportunities to the many students we serve. In our 45th year of operation, we know we have become an integral part of our communities. We are proud of our previous PHSC graduates and quite confident that this spring class of 2018 will achieve great distinction. Joining me here on the platform this morning are members of our very illustrious District Board of Trustees who could be with us today. These gubernatorially appointed individuals volunteer their time and their talents. They make sure that our college policies are in place that enable us as administrators, faculty, and staff to provide the highest level of educational services to you, our graduates, and our students. As I introduce each trustee member, I will ask that they stand and remain until all have been introduced. And please, audience, if you will, hold your applause until the introductions are concluded. From Pasco County, we have our chair, Dr. Raul Musunuru, Mr. Al Hernandez, and Mr. Lee Maggard. From Hernando County, our vice chair is Robin Snyder, Marilyn Pearson Adams, and Mr. John Minton. Please join me and give these individuals a round of applause for their dedication and work. Additionally, our PHSC Foundation is our direct support organization, our DSO, which endeavors to assist the college in many areas. Proceeds from donations to the foundation are used for scholarships, faculty and staff development, library equipment, health programs, and the performing arts. The foundation truly allows us to be flexible when state funds are low, which they have been quite low here recently, provide opportunities to support activities that enhance PHSC. And we have several members here with us today from our PHSC Foundation. As I introduce each member, we ask that they stand and please hold your applause until we have concluded the introductions. First of all, our chair, Mr. Greg Lenners, Dr. Don Verling, Ms. Monica Mills, Mr. Brian Horn, and Dr. Bill Shasowski. Let's give these individuals a hand. Thank you for your contributions to the college. Now allow me to pause and recognize all of our PHSC alumni. With all the PHSC alumni who are here with us this morning, including those who are among our faculty and staff, please stand if you will. PHSC alums, come on, stand if you will, be recognized. Thank you. I would also like to recognize a very distinguished group, and that is our veterans who are here with us today. Our veteran graduates are wearing red, white, and blue cords with their regalia. All of our veterans, graduates as well as non-graduates, if you're a veteran, please stand if you will today. All our veterans of the U.S. Armed Forces, thank you for your service. Ladies and gentlemen, it certainly gives me great pleasure to recognize a group in which I call the most passionate, energetic, competent, and diverse group of administrators, faculty, staff of any institution in this country, our employees of this great institution of PHSC, all of our employees, if you will, come on and stand. Let's give them a hand. They do a great job day in and day out. We are so very fortunate to have your involvement and expertise in changing the lives of our students every day. Lastly, but certainly not least, please allow me to introduce my wife of nearly 32 years, Miss Wendy Beard. Come on, stand. That's a long time, isn't it? Please allow me to call our attention to our faculty marshals. They are senior faculty members and have the great honor of serving in this capacity for our commencement ceremony. Please allow me to introduce each and give your applause at the end. First, Dr. Carla Cozart, Professor of Nursing, our ADN program. Her last out of 28 years as she's retiring, Associate Professor Barbara Craig from Nursing. Dr. Leah Macias, Professor of Nursing. And lastly, Dr. Darrell Wayne, Professor of our BS in Nursing program. Let's give them a round of applause, please. This morning, it gives me great honor to introduce our very distinguished District Board of Trustees Chair, Dr. Raul Musunuru, who is currently serving his 4th term as chair of PHSC's District Board of Trustees, and who has continuously served on our board, this board, since 1999. I call him perhaps the dean of board members throughout the state of Florida. He was instrumental in establishing the national recognized Heart Institute at Regional Medical Center Bayonet Point, where he currently serves as the chairman of the board. Dr. Musunuru is a renowned cardiologist who has been practicing in Pasco County since, listen to this, 1981, 37 years. He has been honored with too many prestigious awards to mention here this morning, but his recognitions, a few of them include 3 national awards from the American Heart Association, including the National Physician of the Year, I think in 2005. Also, from our National Trustees Association, he was recognized as the Trustee of the Year for the Southeast. He is not only a true humanitarian, but also a philanthropist because of his tremendous generosity. PHSC's faculty and staff, community members, and countless students here at this college, they have benefited. Each year, we ask, at this time, let's receive Dr. Raul Musunuru.
Good morning. How are you all doing? Good. So on behalf of the District Board of Trustees, it is my distinct pleasure and privilege to welcome graduates, their families, the PHSC faculty and staff, and distinguished guests, including the State Representative Danny Burgess, who will be talking to you later this morning, to our spring 2018 commencement ceremony. I am honored to be a part of this momentous occasion. Commencement literally means beginning. This ceremony symbolizes not only your accomplishments, but a brand new beginning. As you further your education or enter the workforce, remember that earning a degree or certificate is only a stepping stone for your ultimate success in life. Never settle for less. In fact, graduates, as we continue to celebrate the college's 45th anniversary this year, you join more than 47,000 graduates that have passed through our halls, many of whom choose to live and work in the growing communities of our district. Teachers, doctors, lawyers, nurses, paralegals, pilots, accountants, law enforcement officers, etc. Our communities are full of successful PHSC graduates, and we are proud that you are poised to join this diverse group of professionals. As you savor your success today, please remember to express gratitude to those who supported you. I feel so strongly about it. On each of your chairs, you found a box of cards containing 10 blank thank you cards, a personal gift from me to all of you. please use them. Please write a heartful notes to express gratitude to those who have helped you reach this stage in your life. Parents, spouses, children, friends, and teachers. Also, please take a moment right now to stand and applaud all those people that came here to support you. Also, as you advance through your life, do your part to make the world a better place, personally and professionally. Give the world the very best you have to offer in your own unique way. Always remember to volunteer in any way you can and pay back forwards to the community that supported you. In a nutshell, my message this morning to you is thank people that helped you and help people that needs your support. And never settle for less in life, and keep educating yourself and advance yourself. Once again, congratulations, spring class of 2018, and best wishes for a future filled with success and happiness. Inspiration is the theme, the last graduation ceremony and this one. You have long ways to go. You can achieve lots of things when you're young. For example, the newest addition to the board graduated from PHSC, and he is 31. Please stand. Representative Danny Burgess that's going to address you later. He's 32, and he has been state representative for 4 years. And he actually first became a commissioner in Pasco when he was 18. The representative that will be talking to you this evening became a state representative at 19. So don't write off yourself. You can achieve what you want to if you put your effort into it. Speaking of thanking and giving back, which I should lead by example, I would like to make a contribution to PHSC Foundation in honor of someone who has done her part to make this world a better place. PHSC Foundation raises a lot of money and helps all of you to graduate through financial means. And I think one of the best things this hospital has is the PHSC Foundation. The past year, they have given $1 million in funds, in scholarship, to people. $1 million, not collections, not what is in the bank. That is what they actually have given in the past year in scholarship to the students. So please give an applause to the foundation members once again that are on the stage. Please stand. Please stand. No, here. I am personally donating $10,000 to establish an endorsed scholarship to honor PHSC District Board member this morning, Marilyn Pearson Adams. She has been a realtor in Hernando County for more than 35 years. She has her own inspirational story, which I will let her tell you in a few moments. She is also vice chair of the board for the Greater Hernando County Chamber of Commerce, and she will become chair in June. Chair of Florida Realtors Public Policy Committee, the director for Hernando County Association of Realtors, and a former board member of the Pasco-Hernando Workforce Board. A loyal college trustee at PHSC since 2014, Marilyn's influence has positively impacted PHSC in many ways. Marilyn, In recognition of your commitment to our communities and your passion for education, I'm pleased to establish the Marilyn Pearson Adams Scholarship that will be awarded to students by the PHSC Foundation for many years to come. She also leads her life by example and should be inspiration to all of you. Before I ask her to say a few words, there is one thing I specifically want you to do. While we're talking about thanking people, Mother's Day is coming soon. An email, a card won't do. Flowers won't do either. Call them, talk to them, visit them. Even if one of them are in the heaven, they are looking after you. They gave you the birth, they put you here. Please remember, and God bless you. Marilyn?
Wow. Thank you, Dr. Musanero. I can't thank you enough for this amazing honor and the prestige of actually leaving a little bit of a legacy here at PHSC. And I am so honored and humbled by this man's generosity. And we all are better because of him. I appreciate his leadership and his friendship, and I will forever in this moment in my heart remember this time. So, you know, he said I was going to share a story with you, but this is your day. So I just want to leave you with this little thought. This is my wow moment, and I'm actually fighting back tears because this is a pretty big deal for me. I never, ever in my wildest dreams as a child of a single parent who became a business owner thought this day would come, and it has. But this is your wow moment, and you can do anything. And we are so extremely grateful for you. And one of the greatest opportunities I have ever had in my life is to serve as one of your trustees. And I hold that in very high honor. And I will do everything always within my power to make sure that PHSC remains a viable institution for all of you. So thank you for allowing me to celebrate my wow moment in your wow moment as graduates. So I congratulate you all. You are amazing, and God bless you all. Thank you.
Wow. In the words of my mom talking about Mother's Day, she once said that you make a living by what you get, a life by what you give. Thank you, Dr. Musanero and Trustee Pearson Adams, all that you have given to this institution. Each year we ask a graduating student from one of our campuses to present remarks. Today you will hear from an exceptional Spring Hill campus student, Andrew Moses. Andrew is graduating today with honors and an associate in arts degree. Andrew came to us here at PHSC as a first step to a second career. He plans to pursue a Bachelor of Science degree in chemical engineering. Following our student speaker, we are especially honored to have with us today Representative Danny Burgess, a member of our Florida House of Representatives. Following Representative Burgess, we have the very distinguished Vice President of our Faculty Senate, Professor Regina Marabella. Professor Marabella also serves as a professor of nursing and the transition program that we have here. She will also be bringing greetings on behalf of our faculty. So at this time, let's receive Mr. Moses.
Good morning. Welcome to the 2018 Spring Commencement Ceremony. I want to thank the graduates, family and friends, faculty, and administration for taking their time to be here. It's an honor to speak in front of you today. Congratulations to all my fellow graduates. As you know, the road here wasn't easy, but a vital step to be able to succeed in these changing times. Education is more important than ever. The future is here, and things change faster than ever. After completing a program in collision repair in New York, followed by several unremarkable jobs, I decided to move back to Florida, where I would find a job through my mom's franchise. I began cleaning a company called Micromatic, a worldwide company who mainly builds beer dispensing equipment and has a factory in the Hernando County Industrial Park. I worked there for several years cleaning. Surprisingly, cleaning does have its perks, and I was able to meet almost everybody in the company. At the time, the facilities manager was Rene Gonzalez. Seeing how he worked inspired me to go back to school. This was soon after I had my first daughter, Michaela. She was my motivation, and I applied to start college at PHSC. Almost exactly 2 years ago, I started my first class, and along that journey, I had the pleasure to meet many wonderful people. Professors like Jason Weatherington, who made calculus easy and paid special attention to the material that would be utilizing in future classes. Professors like Paul Mayer, Edward Smith, and Gregory Woodard, who took their time to teach us the material and made sure we understood it, preparing us for future challenges. I would like to thank my advisor and my guide through this journey, Dr. Karen Glessner, who helped me plan all the steps I had to take to make it in front of you today. The President and Board of Trustees who make this opportunity possible for thousands of people. And of course, my parents and the mother of my two beautiful daughters for taking so much while I was busy with school and work. I could not have done it without you. And thank you to the rest of my family and friends who encouraged me and gave me motivation not to give up. Every student I met while attending this school was polite and courteous. In 2 years, I can say I did not have one negative experience while going to classes. As I look to the future, I do not know exactly what it will look like. Times are changing fast. Less than 150 years ago, we were riding around in horse and buggy. Now we have planes that can fly 5 times the speed of sound and private companies that launch rockets into space. Information is shared and available easier than it has ever been. With this rapid change comes responsibility. The responsibility to build people of character and strength. We have to develop our youth to be able to handle the challenges the future hold. My daughter is almost 4 now and can work a phone or tablet almost better than I can. This is the first generation that's going to have this kind of intimate relationship with electronics. All this is new and we have not seen the effects it will have. We must protect our children and give them guidance. Education is key, especially facing the world that lies ahead. A world filled with robotics, electronics, and technologies we could not even imagine could exist. Be supportive, and whatever you do not let your kids drop out of school. It's too important. All of us will now continue our journey. Most of us will move on and continue our education, or will be joining the workforce. Wherever your journey takes you, I know you will succeed. Thank you.
Let's receive Representative Danny Burgess, commencement speaker. Give him a hand. Thank you.
Good morning, PHSC. How we doing? Make this just a little, there we go. It's a little taller now. How's the energy today? It feels good, and that inspires me to want to do a good job. So let's hear it. Come on, there we go. All right. This is your day, and it's so well put. This is your wow moment, so let's get excited. Let's get rowdy here. I want to take a moment and just, it's really an honor to be here. I want to thank Dr. Beard, who is absolutely outstanding. You're amazing, sir. Thank you for your leadership. Thank the Board of Trustees, the faculty, all the teachers and staff here. It's truly an honor to be before you today. This is a wow moment for me, and your wow moment as well. I don't think I've ever spoke to a crowd this big, so I hope I don't let you down. You know, in preparing to talk to you, one of the things that I thought about was what would I have wanted to hear 10 years ago sitting where you are now. And yeah, 10 years, and that flies by. I can't snap. That flies by like that. It's just a blink of an eye. 10 years will fly. And so what would I have wanted to hear 10 years ago sitting in a very similar spot where you are today? And that's what I hope to share with you. What would I tell myself now then, now that I know 10 years later, and hopefully a little bit wiser from my experiences in the world after college? What you've learned both academically in the classroom, out of the classroom, it will provide you with the foundation and what you need to be prepared for the future. See what I did there? That's your theme this year, prepared for the future. And just to make you laugh, because I'm going to try to do that a little bit. I'm not very funny, but I'll do my best. It keeps things lively instead of you having to listen to me talk to you, because I can go on forever. I'm a lawyer and a politician, so good luck. Something that I'm learning yesterday to prepare me for the future is that your kids will write all over your speech. So be prepared, those who don't have kids yet. There will be contingencies in there that you're not ready for. But I think they made it a little bit better. They made it more fun, with a little more flair. I've never given a speech with a tassel in my face either, so I'm going to flip that to the back. But during my time in school, I came to realize that it wasn't what I learned academically that was so important. It was also what I learned about myself and what it means to start finding a place in this world. The time you spent here, it may seem like it was short for some of you, 2 years, for others 4. But I hope it was impactful, and I think it will be, and I think if you don't realize it now, you will certainly realize it down the road, because I can say that's what happened with me. I hope you walk away from your time at PHC not just with the knowledge of what you learned, but the wisdom of what you've gained from these experiences. So what could I impart on you that I'm learning and still learning and have learned? It's only going to get harder from here. There's the first one, and some of these are just the cold, hard truths. I'm going to try to be positive. I'm an optimist by nature, but I want you to know the truth. It's going to get harder. Life throws its challenges. There will be ups and downs, and so be prepared for those, and that's okay. It's how you get through those that matter. We all go through it. You're not alone. So just be prepared for that. For some of you, this may be the first time that you're spreading your wings and flying. It was for me. It wasn't until law school that I moved out of my parents' house, and that was my first time on my own, and I really discovered a lot about myself then. Yeah, I know. So I feel bad for my wife when we got married shortly thereafter. I was still, and all set in my ways. So, but she's working on me. For others though here, and this is the part that I love so much about PHSC. You have so many individuals here, and you just heard Mr. Moses. Where are you, Mr. Moses? Your story is amazing. It really is. Give him a round of applause. That guy's awesome. You did this as a second career with children. That's amazing. You inspire us. I didn't have kids when I went to college. I was focused entirely on my career in school. People like you, and I know there are many others that I'm looking at right now, you all are just outstanding. Thank you for what you're doing. You inspire us. Good job. So we can learn from them. Half of what I'm telling you, they already know, because they've been there, done that. But we are so very proud of you. The next thing is be humble. I'm all wrapped up in Disney. I've got a 4-year-old daughter, and we have another daughter on the way. And my son loves Disney too. I'm a Disney fanatic. I'll just come out and say it. So it's also something I'd be doing even without kids. But my wife and I, anybody seen the new Cinderella movie, the live action one? The mother tells Cinderella, she says, have courage and be kind. And there's so much truth to that. Sometimes you can learn so much from a movie, a fictional movie. Those words have stuck with me. It gives me goosebumps to think about that from a Disney movie. Have courage and be kind. Be humble. Know that the learning process never stops. And I hope that you continue to have a desire to learn and to listen. And every day, me personally, I realize I know nothing. And that's the God's honest truth. I really do. Every day I wake up, I realize I know nothing. Don't be afraid to ask questions. And that's okay. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to admit when you're wrong. Don't be afraid to admit that you don't know. That's been a hard lesson for me sometimes, especially in politics, right? You don't ever want to kind of get caught off guard or feel like you don't know the answer or have the answer. It certainly happened to me when I was 18 and I was a city councilman in Zephyr Hills, my first ever debate. First question in the debate, the moderator asked me a question. He said, do you want to put a moratorium on all building developments in the city? I had no idea what the word moratorium meant. This was the first question out the gate to me. This is my moment to shine, right? Nope. Thank God my dad was in the audience, and he kind of signaled to me in the way that he knew I didn't know. And my first question to the moderator was, I didn't quite hear you. Can you repeat the question? Maybe in a different way. No. Look, anyway, it's okay. Ask questions and just smile about it. You'll get through it. Some great wisdom that was imparted on me yesterday by somebody that's really integral in our communities. You can never get out of a hole by digging deeper. I learned that yesterday. That's a great lesson. Think about that, whether it's business and life, whatever you're doing. You can never get out of a hole by just digging deeper. You're not going to get all the way to the other side of the world and go through the core of the earth. Just stop digging. Don't be afraid to adjust fire. I know there's some veterans in here, and they know what that means. But don't be afraid to adjust fire. It's okay. It happens in life. Be honorable. It's the next thing. Be honorable. My favorite figure in history, his name is Sir Thomas More. And he gave up everything, including his life, for his principles and his beliefs. And that's why he inspires me. And so I hope that in some way I can lead in public service in a similar way, and that we can all be an example like him. Look him up if you're not familiar with him. He's a great example. But one of his famous quotes, among many others, is that if honor were profitable, everybody would be honorable. Sometimes doing what's right is not the easy thing. In fact, it usually isn't. It's usually not the profitable thing. But that's okay. It's still the right thing to do. Never, ever, 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 ever quit. That's one of the most important lessons that I've learned in life. Never quit. Don't be afraid to make mistakes and take risks. Some of life's greatest lessons, especially for me, have come from some of my biggest mistakes. They really have. We find out who we are when we're faced with adversity. Who here wants to go to law school? Anybody? I count 2, which is really awesome because my next thing was going to be, don't do it. So I'm very grateful for law school. It really helped me develop as an individual, but I also faced my biggest challenges in life in law school. I was at a crossroads. I actually almost failed out of school. Never in my life have I failed anything up to this point. And here I am standing here before you, talking to you, and I'm not ashamed to admit that I was this close to getting kicked out of school. Not because I wasn't giving it 110%. Maybe I could have given a little bit more. But I was doing a lot of work. I was working hard. I was studying hard. Things don't necessarily come too easy for me academically sometimes. And I'm one of those students that, we all have friends. You're probably sitting next to them, and they get it like that. I can't snap, but, they get it like that. It comes to them. I'm not that guy. And I know there are many out there like it, and that's okay. We can stick together. We have to study. We have to buckle down. We can't go to the movie. We got to sit there and study. But that's okay. We earn it. We work hard for it. And we love our friends who get it very easily, but we're jealous of you. I'm just going to come and say, teach us your ways. But the light bulb didn't click. It really didn't. And so I was this close to getting kicked out of law school. And so when I started failing some classes, not for lack of effort, I decided, well, maybe there's another path I need to take. This isn't for me. So, maybe I just need to go look at a different degree. Maybe I just need to go into the workforce. And I very quickly realized in that moment, which I think is normal to kind of go through the stages of grief, but I realized in that moment that the real failure, it would not have been, it wouldn't have been failing the class or failing out of school. The real failure would have been quitting. Quitting would have been the real failure. We're defined by how we handle those failures. And so I eventually, through the support of family and friends, decided to buckle down. I ended up getting off of academic probation and somehow to the top half of my class, back on a scholarship, and somehow graduated, and somehow I passed the bar. I have no idea, still I don't know how I did that. I think it's a mistake. But I've been a lawyer for about 6 years now. They haven't sent me a letter saying, oops, so it worked out in the end. But yeah, right? I applaud myself every day for that one. So does my family. The lesson there is never quit. Never give up on yourself. Never, ever give up on yourself. We're not defined by our mistakes or our failures, but how we handle them. That's the true test, the true metal within us. Set your sights on your dreams and your goals and never look back. You're the only thing that could ever stand in your way. You really are. You're the only thing that can stand in your way. Nobody else can stand in your way. It's you. You're also today, not just the future. You're today. You can make a difference today. And I'd be remiss if I didn't take a moment to recognize those who helped get us to this point. Those many are here with us, our parents, our family, our teachers, our friends, our God, our community. Your community is very, very, very proud of you, so congratulations. And no matter where life takes you, don't forget where you came from. Keep that in the back of the mind, too. And what's most important? What is absolutely most important? We live in a pretty material world. We live in a world that we have to have everything that's biggest and best. And I include myself in this. I am not an example of somebody who does not apply. I'm talking to myself here. But we have to remember what's most important in all that we do. And for me, it's God and the 3 little individuals that are back, 4 if you count the baby in the belly, my wife and my 2 kids and our baby on the way. Those are the people that you need to do what you do for. Take your degree and run with it and do it for something bigger than yourself. Always remain centered on your family. Family is the most important in the world. Our society lives and dies on the strength of our family. And believe me, we need to strengthen it now more than ever before in the history of the world, in my opinion. So you don't go to heaven with in a hearse with a U-Haul attached to it, right? So it's not the material things. Those are nice, and that's great. But what matters most is our family. Public office gave me that lesson. I wasn't going to do this if I couldn't bring my family with me to Tallahassee because I just couldn't stand to be away from them that long. And so don't be identified by your accomplishments and the things you do. Be identified by the family you raise, by the people you love, and by the mark that you leave in this world when you're gone. That's what matters most. Don't ever lose sight of that. And I'll end with this, because I told you I can go on. No matter where you turn, you'd probably be forgiven to think that we're teetering on the brink of catastrophe in the world, right? Threats of nuclear war, terrorist attacks, a country more divided than it seems like ever before in the history of the world, at least since I've been alive. And that's what we see every day. It's what we're surrounded with, political parties willing to exploit our differences instead of what brings us together and unites us, because there's far more that unites us than that which divides us. And I've learned that also in the legislature. So we must start to change that, and it starts with you. It starts today. We got to look within ourselves, and we have to be willing to ask the tough questions and reflect on what's changed in our culture to prompt such division. We need to start to change that. I don't pretend to have all the answers, but I firmly believe in my heart that if we refuse to examine our hearts and open our minds and try to listen a little more than we speak, learn to disagree without being disagreeable, we'll regrettably leave our world an unrecognizable place worse off than the one we lived in. And so be the change. This is the positive part. Be the change, because you can control this, and that's my message. Be the change you want to see. Go and make a difference in the world. Whatever you do, give it your entire heart and soul. You have one shot at this. We all have one shot at this, and it's never too late to start. So leave everything on the field. May God bless you and be with you on your journey. I'm so excited to see where your accomplishments take you. Congratulations on your most amazing day. We're proud of you.
You made it. Yay! Wasn't it fun? I had to say that from my students sitting in the audience there. Thank you, Dr. Beard, Board of Trustee members, Board of Foundation members, distinguished guests, our families of the graduates, our friends of the graduates, and the main purpose for being here today, our graduates. Go ahead, praise yourself a little there. You deserve it. It's an honor to be here today to bring you some words of wisdom and congratulations from your faculty. We hear in the news daily about unethical behavior and dishonest people. So often people lose sight of what's important. What are their core values? Core values influence what you do and who you are. There's two types of core values. First, there are authentic core values. They reside in the center of you. It's what motivates you. It's what helped you get here today. Yay, right? Authentic core values shape your thoughts and actions. These are called your inside values. They emerge from the individual you truly are. Knowing what drives you allows you to be thoughtful of your actions instead of just living through reactions. The second type of values are called aspirational core values. These are the values that guide you to what you want to be true, an hope, an ideal. They impose external controls rather than internal controls. As you go forward, in developing your future professional and personal goals, you need to be prepared. Prepare yourself as you did for this educational journey that you so successfully completed. With all the distractions around you, one needs to make sure that you take time and set aside time to think, to listen, to reflect, even to journal. And there's no grade attached to the journal, I'm just saying, but journaling is important. And to digest what you have discovered about yourself during this educational journey. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "Life is a succession of lessons that must be lived to be understood." Find the clues in your journey, in your story, the values that have been with you throughout this educational journey. These values have helped you reach the goal you're celebrating today. Reflect on those core values and align your future goals with your core values, and you will have a successful life. Congratulations on behalf of the PHSC faculty.
Thank you, Professor Mirabella, Representative Burgess, and Mr. Moses, as well as Ms. Latressa Jones, for that great rendition of our national anthem and these great speakers. Let's give them a hand of applause if we would, if we can. The future belongs to those who prepare today. It is your time to be serenaded as honorees and graduates. As we honor you today, we want to make sure that you understand that you have prepared quite well. You may have noticed that some of our graduates, students, are wearing gold and honor cords. These graduates have maintained at least a 3.5 GPA. These are among our top honor students graduating today. And we're going to ask all these graduates to please stand. Let's give them a round of applause. You may be seated. Other graduates are wearing gold stoles over their robes. These graduates are members of Phi Theta Kappa, the National Community College Honor Society. In order to be a member of PTK, a student must have maintained a 3.25 GPA. Will all our PTK honor students please stand at this time and be recognized? Let's give them a hand. Thank you. Several of our other graduates are members of Psi Beta, the National Honor Society for Psychology. These students are wearing double cords with royal blue and gold tassels. To be eligible for Psi Beta, among other criteria, students must have maintained a 3.25 GPA and have demonstrated interest in psychology. Would these students please stand at this time and be recognized? Thank you. Tau Epsilon Alpha is a National Honor Society in Human Services. To be eligible for Tau Epsilon Alpha, among other criteria, students must have maintained, again, a 3.25 GPA and demonstrated interest in human services. These graduates are wearing a medallion on a blue and gold ribbon. Will these students please stand and be recognized? Thank you. And finally, new to the college this year, Sigma Kappa Delta, the English Honor Society for two-year colleges. To be eligible for Sigma Kappa Delta, among other criteria, students must maintain a minimal grade point average of 3.0. These graduates are wearing a Kelly green and yellow honor cord. Will these students please stand and be recognized? Our newest organization. Thank you. At this time, our Vice President for Academic Affairs and College Provost, Dr. Stanley Jeanette.
Thank you, Dr. Beard. It is now time, ladies and gentlemen, for the presentation of our candidates. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree please rise? President Beard, these candidates before you have satisfied the performance requirements as set forth in the rules of the District Board of Trustees of Pasco-Hernando State College, pursuant to the authority granted to the board by the Florida Statute 1001.64. And they are eligible to be awarded from Pasco-Hernando State College the Bachelor of Science degree. Will the marshals please escort our graduates to the platform?
Connie Asaro, BS Nursing, Honors. Anna Scott, BS Nursing, Phi Theta Kappa. Kelsey Langford. Christopher Potts, BS Nursing, Honors, Phi Theta Kappa. Kelly Potts, BS Nursing, Bachelor of Science.
A round of applause for our baccalaureate graduates, ladies and gentlemen. And now, will the remaining candidates please rise? The remaining candidates. Dr. Beard, these candidates have also satisfied the performance requirements as set forth in the rules of the District Board of Trustees of Pasco-Hernando State College, pursuant to the authority granted to the board by Florida Statute 1001.64. And they, too, are eligible to be awarded diplomas, certificates, Associate in Science, and Associate in Arts degrees. Will the marshals please escort our graduates by individual rows to the platform?
Carrie-Ann Pasteur. Jennifer Fair, Honors Phi Theta Kappa Psi Beta. Emily Chrissy. Rebecca Pfeiffer, Phi Theta Kappa. Sherry Candelare, veteran, Phi Theta Kappa. Heather Johnson, honors. Brandon Polis, honors Phi Theta Kappa. Prisma Alberto, honors. Christine Daigle. Emma Wetston, Phi Theta Kappa. Stacy Baxter. Crystal Ontiveros, veteran. Katrina Eubanks. Says Mise. Audra Burt. Derek Rivera. Raja Nasir. Anna Kucher. Ronnie Lastra, honors. Patrick Pinder. Jacinda Brown. Jared Langsford. John Milford, Phi Theta Kappa. Robin Richardson, Phi Theta Kappa. Megan Booton. John Thomas, honors. Ana Vasquez. Wendy Fackler, honors. Danica Sade. Rutendo Jabere. Ashley Amede. R. Brandon Michael Turnus. Lisa Hugh. Joseph Couture. Catherine McCarthy, honors. Brianna Gembre. Sarah Kraft, honors. Brooke Wiltler, honors Psi Beta. Kirsten Williamson, honors. Juliana McKelvey, honors Psi Beta. Alexander Pillar, honors.
Edward Hamilton. Diane Keenan. Joshua Dreyer. Helen Garrett, honors. Nicholas Longo, honors Phi Theta Kappa. Sarah West, veteran, Phi Theta Kappa. Billy Ermlich, Phi Theta Kappa, Psi Beta. Jaime Salinas, veteran. Amanda Kona. Amy Gervais, honors. Elisa Pechlowski. Ariana King, honors Phi Theta Kappa, Psi Beta, Tau Upsilon Alpha, and Sigma Kappa Delta. There we go. Christopher Bourbon, honors. Ralph Farmer. Chandria Williams. Charles Cox. Omar Ismail. Joshua Yates, veteran, Phi Theta Kappa, Psi Beta. White. Jennifer White. Allison McMichael, Phi Theta Kappa. Carrie Minor, honors. Janine English, honors, Phi Theta Kappa, Psi Beta. Melissa Holmes. Diona Maria Raby, Phi Theta Kappa, Psi Beta. Michelle Gorski, honors, Phi Theta Kappa. Mackenzie Nichols, honor, Phi Theta Kappa, Psi Beta. Renee Borden, honors. Alyssa Rutman, honors, Phi Theta Kappa. Taylor Miller, Phi Theta Kappa. Laurie Howard, Phi Theta Kappa, Psi Beta. Sarah Lawrence, Phi Theta Kappa. Kim Faseri, Phi Theta Kappa, Sigma Kappa Delta. Ryan Jessup. Michael Skibitsky, Phi Theta Kappa. Emmeline Cooper, honors, Phi Theta Kappa, Psi Beta. Kenneth Christian, Sigma Kappa Delta. Karen Becker, honors, Phi Theta Kappa. Brent Laughlin, veteran, honors, Phi Theta Kappa. Zachary Cook, Phi Theta Kappa, Psi Beta.
Jonah Coleman, veteran. Mary Jeffries. Dustin Richards. Carolina Witkowska. Casey Edelman. Brooklyn Hayes. Heather Gray. Leslie Tyndale, honors Phi Theta Kappa. Dorothy Boughton, honors Phi Theta Kappa. Yinji Tang, honors. Sequoia Sellers, honors. Samira Consuigra, Phi Theta Kappa. Paige Obstfeld, honors. Danielle Darling, honors. Nick Capagrosso. Catley Rozelle. Nicole Luarsi. Anthony Chirico, honors. Dean Salamilau. Kaylee Zeltner. Diamond Diaz. Nicole Torrisi. Alice Dixon. Christian Capel. Angela Leo. Stephanie Holes. Kendall McAfee Campos. Hannah Meister. Charisma McNair. Kristen Weidlich. Brittany Rudnitsky. Tatum Collado. Brittany Slaughter. Leanne Matos. Brittany Albenzi. Madison Beck. Caitlin Corbett. Shannon Hunter. Terry Rainey II. Teresa Proctor. Carlos Garcia Perales. Lindsay Nider. Andrew Moses, honors.
Let's have a round of applause for our certificate, diploma, and associate degree graduates.
After I confer the degrees and certificates earned here this morning, I respectfully request that the audience stand and join us in singing PHSC's alma mater, which is located in the back of your program. We then will ask that the audience remain in place until the end of the students' recessional. By the authority granted to me by the Florida Statutes 1001.65, Parent 10, and the District Board of Trustees of Pasco-Hernando State College, I now proclaim you official graduates of PHSC. You may turn your tassels. Job well done. Our alma mater, and then we will have our recessional.
Sing